reasons white people hate black people is because we cannot tolerate black joy. We cannot tolerate black intelligence. We cannot tolerate black beauty. We cannot tolerate black confidence. We cannot tolerate black camaraderie. We cannot tolerate anything that frees a black person. There's a level of racism that I think hits differently for black people than it does for Asian people or Hispanic people or Middle Eastern people or Native Americans even. Each one of those things that people think regarding other races are different with black people, I think. Because again, we don't like black people to be educated. We don't like them to be successful. We don't want black judges. We don't want anything for black people that doesn't directly affect and entertain us. So we can have a black nanny. We can have a black house cleaner. We can have a black teacher. We can have a black coach. We can have black players. But only for the specific things that we feel comfortable with. I think about all those sweet children that have been killed, murdered, when they go out with their white friends. And I think that as much as the trauma of slavery comes down through the DNA, I think also the cruelty of slavery, the desire to hurt, the desire to steal and kill and humiliate and torment and disappear black people is what comes down through the DNA. I think when you do something like that for long enough and you pass it down for the many years that slavery and enslaved people were in chains, that is an instinct with us, cruelty. And I think you can see it in many videos. All the white women and white men that are telling black kids and black families to get the hell out of here, you don't belong. We just don't want you to have more than us, honey. We just don't want you to be prettier. We don't want you to be the beauty standard. We don't want you to be judges or anything like that. We want you to be below us, beneath us. And we've tried so hard to keep you down, and we failed so badly. Because like Maya Angelou said, still you rise. We may hate you, we may beat you, we may do those things, and it makes us crazy that you keep coming back and getting better. We can't stand it. I don't know why that is. I think I heard somebody say that white people are the ones that have the ancestors that were closely related to the apes. And I believe that. We are so similar to Cro-Magnon man, Neanderthals. We're fucking pale monsters. I really hate being white sometimes. I'm super ashamed. I think things like, Sorry, I don't get good sleep right now. I think when I see a young black kid with a bunch of white kids, or like I try to watch for things that are happening, and I was thinking to myself, if I saw a black kid hopping in a vehicle with a bunch of white kids, what would I do? I mean, I could do anything. I could get the black kid to come over and say, hey, I think I know your mother, come here, and then to say, you better get away from all them white boys. But I had a brown friend of mine tell me that was silly, and that it is savior-ish. Ooh, and I don't like that. White savior. Ugh. And then I still do it. I have it in me that black people need my help. Mexican people need my help. Hispanic people need my help. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. If they do, please forgive me. I'm so sorry. If they do, they'll ask. That's one thing. They'll ask. And I'll know instinctually if I'm out and about and something's happening. I can just pay attention and see if there's a way for me to step to whatever the white person is doing. I don't know. We'll see. I think the cruelty lives in us, and I don't mean it like we don't have a choice. Of course we have a choice, but it comes down as instinct, and unless we work desperately, unless we work very, 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 very hard for very, very, very many years, we will never be rid of it. We'll never be rid of it anyway, but anyway, that's my thought, for whatever it's worth.
Hey there, my message today is for white women married to black men. If you are not a white woman married to a black man, then you can feel free to stay. But I'm specifically talking to you white women who are married to black men. You are the person who needs to be educating yourself and deconstructing your own inner subconscious biases, white supremacy culture that you've been raised in, and the racism that exists within you. But how can I have those things? I'm married to a black man. Obviously, I'm not racist at all. That is a huge misconception, and that is the problem. And when you hear black folks say that the black Americans' biggest enemy is white liberal women, that's what they're talking about. We think, oh, we're perfect. We are everyone's dream prize because we're not racist and we're all for community and all of those things because we're liberal. The thing is, thinking that way prevents us from growing and learning. You cannot have been raised in the United States of these here Americas without having been highly influenced by the white supremacist culture in which we live. So it is within you, and it is impacting decisions you make, the way that you respond, how you treat other people. It's in there, and it needs to be acknowledged and then deconstructed, because you can't just deconstruct something that you don't believe is there. So I'm going to be showcasing different books and different content creators on here who really are doing a fantastic job and working really hard to make the world a better place. That's the stuff we think we're doing, but we're actually not. We're just sitting back and smiling. So follow me and we'll go on this journey together. Because even though I've been doing this work for 30 plus years, there's always more to be done. We are never done deconstructing.
I have a question for some black men, because I know it's not all, so don't come for me saying she said all. I never said that, but I do have a question for some, specifically the black men who choose to date white women, because that is where I have seen it the most. But I was about to go into the store, right? There was a black man there. He was with a white woman. You could tell they were together. Okay. As I'm getting ready to come into the establishment, I'm right behind them. He holds the door for me. I said, thank you. He said, oh, you're very welcome. Okay. There was a black lady right behind me. He let that door go and slam in her face. And I looked, and I even said to him, I said, oh, that was very rude. And he said, what happened? I held the door for you. I said, yes, you did. I said, but why did you let it slam in her face? And he just kind of smirked and walked off. I have noticed that a lot of black men that specifically date white women like to treat black women horribly. And I will never understand that shit. I do not give a damn who you choose to date. You can date whatever fucking race of people you want to date. I don't give a damn. But why must you treat black women so horribly when you choose to date outside of your race? And I have seen this more than once, so don't tell me that was just him, because it's not. I have witnessed it, that when a black man chooses to date another race, he chooses to treat black women like trash. And that's the most ignorant shit I have ever seen in my life. I will never understand that. You have a right. You can have your preference. You can date whoever the fuck you want to date. This is a free country. Nobody said that. You can love whoever you want to love, but why must you just treat black women horribly when you choose to do that? That is the most insane thought process I have ever heard of. And I'm going to tell you right now, if I was dating a black man that specifically treated black women horribly, that specifically just degraded black women, talked down on them, that would be an automatic deal breaker for me. Because why? Your mother is black. Your sisters, if you have them, are black. Your grandmother is black. Why would you do that? Just because you choose to date outside of your race never, ever, ever gives you the right to degrade black women. It's the most disgusting behavior I have ever seen, and I have seen it so many times, and I would love for someone to tell me why. Why do you do that? It's just sickening. Like, I just can't. I would say good day, but that just pissed me off, so whatever.
Why some white women are drawn to black men? The answer isn't just about looks. It's deeper, more emotional, and even cultural. Many white women say they find black men naturally confident and expressive. Their charisma, energy, and ability to make people laugh stand out. Others admire their strong sense of identity, resilience, and pride, traits built from generations of strength and perseverance. Physically, some are attracted to their athletic build, deep voice, and unique sense of style. But beyond appearance, many say black men bring warmth, honesty, and passion into relationships. They often communicate openly and make their partners feel valued and protected. For others, it's about exploring diversity, breaking social barriers, and experiencing life from a new perspective. In a world that often divides people by race, love becomes the bridge that connects hearts. At the end of the day, attraction doesn't follow rules or color lines. Sometimes, it's just about chemistry, respect, and connection. Because when two hearts meet, skin color doesn't matter. What matters is the bond they share.
He did to me. People, get over it. By the time these young people get ready to have children, they will realize that as the hole in the ozone layer gets larger and larger, more and more sunlight is allowed to enter our environment, and more people who have pale faces are going to die of melanoma, which is a skin cancer that you get if you don't have enough melanin in your skin. Let me tell you, people of color are going to be very much in demand for reproduction in the future. And mark my words, you're laughing now, but you wait 20 years. You won't even have to wait 20 years, because they're going to see that if they want their children, their grandchildren, and their great-grandchildren to survive, they're going to have some melanin in their skin. That's the way it's going to be. This is going to take care of itself.
It's going to sound so ridiculous and so white girl-ish.
Let me hear it.
But I would say I've been like this basically since I knew I was attracted to men.
Yeah.
That I kind of was attracted to a darker skin color.
Say that again. What kind of skin color was you attracted to?
Darker skin.
Black man, we win again. We are the superheroes of the earth.
I used to play soccer, right?
Okay.
And there is not a lot of black men in Denmark.
Right.
We have a little bit, but it's not like here.
It ain't American black.
No.
It ain't the same.
At all. So, like, looking back, I'm like, where did I get this, like, itch from?
Damn, it's an itch. Ooh, can I scratch it? No, sorry.
It is. No, and then I realized, like, my whole life I've been so into music, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, MTV music videos and MTV Cribs, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So, like, I think, like, underlining in my brain have, like, constantly, like, put that in there.
Yes.
When I then came to America, I was completely like baffled. I was like, oh my God, it's really like this.
Oh, for
out
sure.
here.
So I have never dated a black guy myself, but I have several white girlfriends who have. And it seems like once they date a black guy, they don't ever date a white guy, Hispanic guy. It's always a black guy. So I guess, I think everyone knows where I'm going with this. We've all heard it. So I guess my question is, once you go black, you never go back. So what's your viewpoint on that?
You know why. Once you go black, you never go back. Now, you don't really know what they talking about. So let me phrase this for TV. A lot of us are born with a certain amount of swagger. And some of us have more swagger than others. And once you've been exposed to the swag, you have to have that.
I love black people. I just favor them. I like them. I have my whole life. When I was a young white boy, I used to wish that I was a black person. I used to wish that I would wake up a black person. My girlfriend is black. She will be my wife, so my wife will be black, and my children will be black, and I like that. I think black people are one of the coolest people on all the earth. I think they've taken such struggle and turned it into beauty and art like they do with everything. I think they're exactly part of what it takes to make America as great as it is, and we owe black people much more love and support than we give them. Notice how I didn't say anything negative against white people? I assure you they will still come to this post and be angry. But don't worry, they're not racist.